His brown eyes were darting back and forth as he nervously searched for a place to focus. His tiny hands were shaking as he put them into his pockets to keep them steady. And his feet were shifting side to side as if he were on a dance floor. One eye was darker than the other, but if you look closely, you could see that both eyes were black and blue and purple. The handprints on his neck were red and swollen and tinted brown with a little bit of makeup. You could actually see 4 fingerprints stretched almost completely around his throat. "A baseball," he said, with the voice of an 8-year-old searching for courage and only able to display fear. "I was playing baseball, and I got hurt." "Okay, Robert," they said, "be careful when you play baseball." And then they proceeded to walk away. I was only 17. I was the youngest and the least experienced staff member. I was looking closely at Robert, but I was also looking at these other professionals for guidance: a principal, a school nurse, and a teacher. And like Robert, all I saw was each one of them walking away. I didn't walk away. I couldn't. After all, I was a camp counselor, so wasn't it my job to keep children safe? I didn't know what to do exactly, so I just stood there next to him. And after a few moments, we sat down on the ground. And as we looked out onto the play yard at all the other children playing, a voice full of fear, pain, and a tinge of hope said, "My dad gets angry a lot, and when he gets angry, he beats us. He beats my mom and I so bad sometimes that we can't leave the house for a few days. My mom holds me and tries to make it better." And then, as if his head was too heavy for his neck, he just dropped it down to his chest, and he quietly began to cry. Despite the fact that many professionals had walked away from this child, had chosen not to fulfill their roles as a mandated reporter, had chosen not to look and listen closely to Robert, I chose to report. We ask you to listen with soul hearing today. For it is the mission of each speaker and each performer to take you inside this issue. So what is a circle of hope? Our circle of hope is about building unity within our community. Building community that surrounds our children and stands united to protect them. And once you see into the soul of a child whose life has been destroyed by abuse, you never go back to a time without courage. In fact, you practice that courage every single day so that you can continue to give these children hope. The children in my classroom had lives that had been destroyed by abuse. They had pain, fear, suffering, and scars. But every single day they came to class, they sat in our circle, and they held on tightly to this thing called hope. It is our job to continue to help these children believe that they can be with us and be safe. With the courage that these children gave so freely to me, I stand before you today, and I invite you to join our circle of hope. I want to share with you that these children taught me to see beyond their behaviors, to see beyond their tattoos, their scars, their pain, to see beyond anger and frustration and oftentimes violence. to listen to their silence, to understand when they were withdrawn. What I want to share with you today that these children taught me is to see them beautiful.
See me beautiful, look for the best in me. It's what I really am, and all I wanna be. It may take some time, it may be hard to find, but see me beautiful. See me beautiful, each and every day. Could you take a chance? Could you find a way to see me shining through and everything I do, and see me beautiful?
We are here to create great social change for abused children. And we ask you to stand united with us so that we can make this happen.
In 1985, California enacted the Child Abuse and Neglect Reporting Act. Based upon the troubling history that we've heard today, when Dr. Van Antwerp asked me to review it, I expected to find some muddled, ineffective law that needed to be rewritten. But I didn't. It's well written, it's simple, and if people learn it and people follow it, it will be effective.
Everywhere I've worked, the only information I have ever received, and I've worked in a number of educational programs, the only information I've been given at the time of hire is an employee packet, and within that packet there's a sheet of paper that says you're a mandated reporter and you sign it. I have never been given training on my roles and responsibilities in mandated reporting. So my question to you, counselor, is if I'm not trained, am I still held accountable to know what's in the law?
Yes, absolutely. If you choose to go into one of these professions, this is your responsibility. This is your legal responsibility. You must undertake the effort to learn the law. You must undertake to obtain training.